All right, let's get rocking. It is Monday. It is 1 p.m. and it's time for the Monday message. We have so many exciting things going on right now. Got new people writing business like crazy. Kristen Landry, I see you knocking it out. We got in the base, we got Terry killing it. Jen Jordan had a big week. We got so many good things happening. We're finding sharp people too. Man, talking to sharp people that y'all are finding is keeping me crazy, crazy, crazy fired up. So let's keep finding them. Let's keep finding them. They are out there. They are looking. And this is one of the most magical time of year for sales and recruiting because of the time of year. And I'll explain more about that in a minute. But let's go over the leaderboards. We've got some special guests, and I want to listen in. All right, let's get going. All producers over 1,000. And by the way, I will say before we go over the leaderboards this week that we didn't get the complete report on Friday that we normally get. So anything that got missed, we'll add to next week, because we want to give you as much recognition as possible. And while we're on that, just make sure you always send in those reports. Send in reports every Thursday. Let us know what you did that week, or send it in every Friday. Let us know what you did that week. If you're under Soto, send it up through him. Jeremico, if you're on that team, send it up through there. Or if you're under another key leader, send it up through there. But we want to recognize you, and we don't get great data on e-apps. All right, let's get going. All producers submitted over 1,000 last week. We got Diana Castile, $1,298.52. Sabrina Floyd, $1,352.88. Mark Hutchison, $1,497.36. Roxana Lau, $1,980.60. Terry Mosier, $2,308.80. Latasha Patterson, $2,352.12. Evan Patzer, did I say Latasha Patterson? I think I said that. Latasha Patterson, then Evan Patzer, $2,433.46. Austin Heater, $2,693.04. Austin, saw you on the dial jam this morning, brother. Good to see you. Jennifer Jordan, $3,117.20. Way to go, Jen. Deshonda Mills, $4,052.76. Gada Astra, $5,312.68. Jeremico Edwards, $6,532. Gustavo Mercedes Tehran, I love this. We were just on our base shop leadership Zoom, and Gustavo and Mercedes. Gustavo's like, she's so mad she didn't hit 10 grand. Because I was joking. I said, hey, it looks like she let up a little bit this week instead of whipping everybody so bad. And he was like, she's so mad she didn't do 10 grand. I'm like, I love it. I love your fire, Mercedes. $6,636. Sheena Flowers, $6,642.20. I want to promote this next week. Next week's Monday message is going to be huge. We've got Paul Roberts as a guest. He's going to be talking about the partnership opportunity with integrity. All indicators show that Paul Roberts will likely be the first partner in integrity in the alliance. And so he's going to share the way that he's been sharing the partnership opportunity. I cannot wait to see that. So fired up about that. We'll also have Sheena Flowers on next Monday. She's going to talk about, she has picked up, she's just sold out and gone all in on the Megan Wood mythology of just circling back and doing those extra sales to everybody she sold the week before. She's got just a big log jam of apps about to break loose. It's so exciting. I want you to hear what she has to say about that next week. All right, Billy and Ada Crane, $9,621.60 on 11 apps. I turned in $10,777.80 on 7 apps. And number one for the week last week, she is in the air right now on her way back to California. Otherwise, I would have her on the call. Over $18,000 for the week. Mimi Ramiro. Way to go, Mimi. So fired up. So proud of you. All right. Recruiting last week. Completed fast tracks, all with one direct completed fast track. You got Diana Castile, Mimi Ramiro, Jacob Woods, Shane Barnett, Erica Krankovich, and Deshauna Mills. With 2 direct completed fast tracks, you got Eduardo Soto and Keith Phillips. With 3 direct completed fast tracks, you got Evan Patzer and Billy and Ada Crane. Second place with 8 direct completed fast tracks, Brandon and Ashley Beal. Brandon is just on a tear recruiting wise. Proud of you, dude. And leading the way, Rogers and Kim Straughter with 14 direct completed fast tracks. Way to go, brother. With licensing enrollees last week, we've got Brandon and Ashley Beal with 1 direct. My base shop did 6. Billy and Ada Crane did 7. And Rogers and Kim Strotter did 12 direct enrollees and licensing last week. Y'all are killing it. So fired up. So proud of you guys. Completed. And by the way, if you're using Excel, we don't get that data either. So if you want to send with your production report, just send us your enroll and licensing report. We want to recognize you. Completed contracts last week, all with one direct completed contract. You got Evan Patzer, Rogers and Kim Strotter, Mimi Ramiro, Jeremico Edwards, and my base shop here with 2 direct completed contracts. You got Eduardo Soto, Keith Phillips, and Noah Wilson. And with 6 direct completed contracts, Brandon and Ashley Beal. Brandon, you continue to kill it, brother. So proud of you. All right, so much good stuff going on. We've got, let's see, where'd I put it? Well, I had base shop month to date issue paid, but I do not see it. I don't know what I did with it. Hang on. Let's see if I put it right here. Oh, I do. Aha. All right, so month to date issue paid numbers. Let's do top 10. Coming in at number 10, we got Deshonda Mills, $4,714.15. Coming in at number 9, Sheena Flowers, $6,050.17. This is through the 11th, by the way. Number 8, Roger Strotter, $6,107.25. Number 7, Dinah Castile, $7,113.80. Number 5, Jeremico Edwards, $7,909.62. Number 4 would be, we missed number 6. I'm sorry, Brandon Ashley. Okay, I screwed up. Okay, after Dinah Castile was Brandon and Ashley Beal with $7,200. Now we're back on track. Number 5, Jeremico Edwards. Number 4 would be my personal production, $9,998.77. Number 3, Hutch, $10,148.94. Number 2, Gustavo Mercedes Terran, $10,155.61. And leading the way thus far through the 11th of November, my buddy, Mr. Billy Crane, $14,024.18. How'd that break out base shop wise? Number 5 base shop through the 11th would be Patzer. Number 4 base shop with over 11,000 would be Eduardo Soto. Number 3 base shop would be Brandon Ashley Beal with $13,104.12. Number 2 base shop would be Jeremico Edwards, $43,173.05. And number 1 would be my base shop outside of the other agency managers, another $52,358.98. There's always that contested battle for the number 1 organization on the team. Thus far in the month of November, we know Soto had a massive October. They crushed it. Jeremico this month is out to a fast lead. We'll see if it holds up. We'll see what happens. It's always exciting and fun to watch that competition continue to heat up. I love it. And it's always competition in an upbuilding manner. I mean, we're trying to inspire each other so we can inspire the whole alliance. All right, just a couple of quick notes real quick before we get to our guests. Number 1, think of the time frame. What's next Thursday? Next Thursday is Thanksgiving. So if it was me, I would be hammered down from now until then. I mean, just mandatory overtime, attack, get it all in. Don't let it surprise you. Believe it or not, it'll sneak up on some folks. It'll sneak up and all of a sudden they're like, crap, I forgot it was Thanksgiving. It does, throws off my, so now be the time. Attack. Billy Crane had a great idea. We're going to run with it. Next Friday will be the dial jam. So we'll move the Thursday dial jam to Friday. If you want to dial on Thursday, we can set something up, but we're gonna do a dial jam on Friday too, because Friday is massive. It'll be a big opportunity to book a lot of appointments. Everybody will have had their fill of family and food at that point, and they'll be ready to schedule some appointments. So just bear in mind that's coming. And don't forget, Christmas is coming too. They already got it on the calendar, so you don't have to wonder when it is. You can find it and just go, boom, I'm gonna build my calendar different so that I can attack and not get caught off guard. All right, a couple of quick things. We got those out of the way. Let's get Mr. Roger Strotter on. I want Rogers to share. He said something on our base shop leadership call, and I was like, can you share that? He gave 2 great simple illustrations, simple short illustrations that help them get massive licensing numbers this week. Rogers, I'm going to mute out and I'm going to let you tell them.
Hey, thanks again, Stephen. Kim and I are grateful for what you and Holly has done for us. And Andy and Jane Albright, it is a privilege to always be on your call and to be able to share with the team. we were thinking about like how we were trying to just get better and better and better. We started off with like, hey, let's run ads. Let's talk to everybody we know. Let's get our recruiting done. And that was the first step, is getting people involved. But now the second question is, well, how do we get them in licensing? It's great getting them fast tracked. It's great getting them on band. But how do we get them in licensing? So I use two simple illustrations. Most of the folks that I'm interviewing are intelligent people. I mean, they've had some type of community college experience or maybe some university experience. And I also mention illustration to them. I say, well, how much did your books cost? And I'm hearing between $200 to $500 for a book. And I'm like, okay, so did that book get you your degree? Oh, no, that was just for one semester. And the professor doesn't always open that book up. So you didn't spend $200 to $300 for a book that the professor didn't even open up. I got a better way. How about let's get your license? We're going to reduce the price for you. We're discounted to $49.95. And this will give you a ticket or an ability to print money. And you don't have to worry about whether or not the professor is going to open up the book, because you're going to open it up and you're going to utilize it. And they're like, that's a great idea. That college is a scam. I had one guy say that, got me paying for books and we don't even use them. That's one illustration I love to use. Another guy, I had used this illustration. He's down where everybody has a pickup truck and an SUV. And I said, so Mark, I said, how much does it cost to fill up your pickup truck? He said, it cost me about $50 to fill up the truck. I said, wow, that's a lot. He said, yeah. I said, how about this? If I can get you in pre-licensing for the same cost that it will take you to fill up your pickup truck, pass the test, and that way you can print money and run with us and help families and make about $500 to $600 a pop. Would that make sense and give you more money to keep filling your truck up? He was like, yeah, I love it, man. I love it. So just simple illustrations that really meet people where they are. So that way getting into licensing is simple. It's a no-brainer for them. And that's how we've been able to not just fast track, but get the number of folks that we fast track in class the same day.
I love it, man. Great illustration. For that, I can get you printing money. I love it. Simple illustrations. Help people see the correlation, right? I love it. I love it. So I want everybody to hear that. I was like, God, that's smart. That's smart. It's simple and it's effective. And obviously it's working. I mean, 12 direct enrollees in licensing last week. That is awesome. So proud of you and Kim. All righty. Let's get rocking here. So we've got a special guest on the call today. When it comes to making big premium happen, it's a great starting point to get out there, kill it with mortgage protection, kill it with final expense. Those are great products that to just get out there and kill it. But what we want to do is we're going to have Gina Hawks help us build on that foundation, because I'm telling you, with the other products that are available to clients, not only are they massive for the client, I mean, they're massive for the client. I personally hold that. I mean, every middle-class American just needs, you've got to have an IUL. You got to. It's not only massive for the client, it's massive for what it'll do for your business. So we just want to go over some of those concepts. I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to mute out and I'm going to listen in. Gina Hawks is our product expert for everybody that's brand new. She comes with a ton of experience in the industry, and also just a great part of the team. Gina's been with the team out there serving, helping, doing endless Zoom calls, helping people get IULs moved. So Gina, thank you for all you do for us. I'm going to mute out and I'm going to listen in.
All right. Awesome. Well, thank you. Is my audio coming in okay? You can hear me all right? Somebody give me a
loud and
thumbs
clear.
up or yes.
Loud and clear.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. Well, thank you so much for having me on the call. Just like Roger said, it's a pleasure to be able to be here and able to help the Davies Nation team and hopefully give you some pointers to help you sell those IULs and the bigger premium policies just to help grow your business. And I love what Rogers was saying about the textbooks. And I remember that in college. It was like, oh my gosh, some of these books I hardly even opened. And I threatened to burn every single one of them when I graduated, because I was so sick and tired of dealing with college at that point. And I don't think I burned any of them, but I threatened to. But I know when I was in college, I looked for shortcuts. It was like, I was a studier, but I looked for shortcuts. I figured out early in the game which classes I absolutely had to show up for and which classes I could study on my own and pass without even going to class. And unfortunately, there were a lot of those that I really didn't get a whole lot out of what the professor was doing. So I was like, yeah, I can learn this on my own. And I'd go 4 times a year when we had tests in that class. And then some of them I knew I need to be there every single class. And so what I want to do today is give you those shortcuts, especially those of you that are new. I know that a lot of you on this training, on this call, are not new. Congratulations, first of all, to all the winners and everybody on the leaderboards that are out there selling and recruiting and just building your business and helping your family and helping other families. Congratulations. Thank you for all the hard work. I know it's not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. And you're just I'm consistently hearing these names over and over and over, not just on the Davies leaderboard, but on the Alliance leaderboard, like across the nation. And your own leader, your fearless leader, Mr. Davies, out there helping families and got his name there on the leaderboard every single week. So congratulations to all of you that are out there doing this. And like I said, I know a lot of you aren't new, but I know a lot of you are recruiting. A lot of you that aren't new are recruiting. So hopefully this is kind of a shortcut for those of you that are new to help you to sell IULs, for those of you that are recruiting new people to give them some basic information to help them in selling IULs. Because just like Stephen said, the main product that we tell you to learn in the beginning, if you're brand new to this business, you know, I hear constantly, I'm sure Stephen and Evan and Jeremico and Brandon and all you guys that are recruiting, and I shouldn't start naming names because I'm gonna miss somebody, Rogers. But you guys, I'm sure, are all hearing the same thing that I hear a lot, which is, there's all these products, you know, I need to learn all these products before I feel like it can go out and help people. And this is the product person telling you, no, you do not need to learn all those products. We start you slow. We say, build a foundation. Let's get you up on the products that you're going to be helping people with initially. But we also want you to know that there are tools out there available to help you to go ahead and be able to sell some of the more complex products that you're not going to learn right in the beginning, but there are ways and systems and people here to help you so that in the very beginning, even though you don't know those products, you're still able to go out and help families with them. And so that's what I want to talk about today, kind of the shortcut, the cheat sheet, if you will, to help you when you're new and you need help with the IUL. Now, some of you are probably brand new and you're like, what the heck is an IUL? What are they talking about? I've never heard of this. It's a life insurance policy. That's all it is. But it's one of the types of life insurance that we sell, but we use it in a very unique way. Because most of the time when we're helping people with IULs, we're using the life insurance as a means to save for retirement. And I know for some of you, if this is the first time you're hearing that, you're probably like, well, that sounds crazy. I've never heard about using life insurance to save for retirement, but it is actually a tremendous way to save for retirement for the right people. It's not for everybody, but just like Stephen said, there are a lot of people out there that can benefit from this product. So I'm not going to go into the details of kind of how the product works and things like that. I do a lot of webinars and that you can get on to kind of learn a little bit more about the product. What I want you to know is just the basics that you need to know to be able to find the right people to talk to about IULs and then take that next step in helping that person, which is, you know, just using and utilizing the system that you have here at the Alliance. So just know that we're using these products to help people to save for retirement. We don't go in telling them we're going to set up a life insurance policy to help them save for retirement. Because again, if this is the first time they're hearing that, they're thinking the same thing. They're thinking, I'm trying to save for retirement. What do I need life insurance for? Because they don't understand the benefit of what the life insurance can do for them. So we don't go in, guns a-blazing saying, hey, we've got this great life insurance product for you. We approach it as a tax-free retirement vehicle. So first of all, you can ask a client a very simple question, a few very simple questions to set up coming back to talk to them about setting up a tax-free retirement for them. So whether most of the time this is probably going to be your mortgage protection clients, not necessarily your final expense clients, but you're helping someone with mortgage protection, or maybe it's a new marriage lead or new birth or income replacement, whatever you're in there to help the family to cover. As you're going through your fact finding and your ATM and finding out information about the client, you're asking them about how they're saving for retirement, or you should be asking them. It's part of the system. Sometimes agents skip over that part, but we don't want you to skip over that part, because that is an area where you can help a lot of people and really, really make your business profitable, because you've gone in there and you've helped them for whatever they sent in that lead or that request for information for, but now you're able to help them in more ways. And those additional products that you can help the client with, that just grows your business and grows your profitability. So we want you to be able to go ahead and help these clients. So ask them about their retirement. Ask them how they're saving for retirement. Where are they putting their retirement dollars? Kind of assume, I like using the assumption that they are already saving for retirement. So I like asking them, where are they putting their money for retirement? Not, are you saving, but where are you putting the money? If they say, oh, well, we haven't started saving for retirement yet, then they haven't started saving. I should have said this earlier. I always forget to mention this. You'd think after as many Zoom calls as I do, I would remember, but hey, everybody makes mistakes. I have the chat box open. So if you have any questions as I'm going through the information, please type them in the chat box. I do want this to be interactive. So any questions that you have, please just type those in the chat box. I've got them up and I'll watch for questions there as well. So be asking your clients the simple question of where are they putting their money for retirement. What I find with most of the people that I'm talking to is they're putting money in a 401k. And you can just jot that down on your green sheet and be like, okay, that's great, awesome, glad you're putting money in a 401k. Does your employer match anything that you're putting in? I find most of the time the employers are doing at least a little bit of a match, but a lot of times people are putting in over what the employer matches. And you're finding out all of this stuff in the initial stages of the appointment when you're doing your fact finding. And then you go through and you help them with whatever it is that you're there to help them with, if it's mortgage protection or income replacement or whatever. But then at the end of the appointment, you go back to how they're saving for retirement. And you say, you know what, you told me earlier that you're putting money in a 401k for your retirement. And they'll be like, yeah. And then you can ask them this very simple question, which I know Brandon Beal uses, and a lot of our salespeople that sell a lot of IULs use this question. What are you doing to save for a tax-free retirement? Or what have you done to set up a tax-free retirement? Very simple question. What are you doing to save for a tax-free retirement? Or what have you done to set up a tax-free retirement? Most people are going to say, I haven't done anything, or I don't know what that is, or I've never heard of that. Because again, most people are putting money in their 401k. So you just ask that simple question, and then you book an appointment, a second appointment to come back and talk to that person. Now, you may be thinking, but I don't know anything about IULs. I can't set up an appointment to come back and talk to them. That's okay. You don't need to know it. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. We've got resources to help you with that. But first of all, I want to help you to kind of paint a picture of what our prospect looks like, because using the IUL, using the life insurance as a means to save for retirement does not work for everyone. It works for a lot of people, but it does not work for everyone. So I want you to have a picture in your mind of what that prospect looks like. Like if you're recruiting, we have our Alliance Aiden and our Alliance Alice. So these are the people that we're looking for. Well, I'm going to give you that profile of what are we looking for when it comes to someone who could be a prospect for an IUL for retirement. Because I don't watch a ton of TV, but I do like watching the shows where people, they're looking to buy a house. And, you know, they have like this laundry list of, this is what I want. And then they have their budget. And sometimes their laundry list of what they're looking for and their budget don't exactly jive. And so the realtor will take them to this amazing house that has everything on their wish list that they want. And then they'll tell them how much that house costs. And it's like several $100,000 over their budget. And they're doing it to kind of give them the realization of, this is what you want. This is what's going to cost you to get everything you want. But I think when I watch that, I'm like, that's so mean. Why do you take these people to these houses that they can't afford? That's just, I just want to sit down and cry and be like, oh my gosh, that's so mean. I don't want you to be talking to people, get them excited about an IUL, and then us find out, oh my gosh, they don't qualify for it, or this is not going to work for them. It's just like that person that goes out and sees this amazing house and then finds out, yep, that's not going to work in our budget. We don't want you kind of talking to the wrong people, if you will. It's not that we can't help those people with retirement. We can. It's just a different vehicle. So I want to give you an idea of what that prospect is going to look like. And there's basically three things. Some of you have probably heard this in some of my training on IUL, but I say there's basically three things we need to check off each of these boxes to make sure this person is a prospect for an IUL. And the three simple things that they need to have for this to work for them is time, health, and money. Very simple: time, health, and money. And I'm going to talk about each of those in a little bit more detail. So time. IULs are not a vehicle where someone can put money into and then let it grow a couple of years, and then they're ready to retire in a couple of years and they want to start taking money out of them. They take a while to grow. It just is what it is. We have other vehicles where people can put money in and start taking retirement money out in 30 days. It's just not the IUL. So again, it's not that we can't help that person. It's just we need to look for a different product. So the people that the IUL is going to work for, they need to have some time before they're ready to retire. I would say minimum 15 years. So just kind of keep that as we're looking for this perfect prospect. Think 15 years until they want to retire. Now, just like everything, there are exceptions to every rule, right? We're not going to talk about the exceptions today. We're going to focus on, here's the main prospect that you're looking for. Could it work for someone who's going to retire in 10 years instead of 15? Yes, possibly it could. But let's be thinking in our minds, we want to look for those people who are at least 15 years away from when they want to retire. Because with the IUL, the more time you have to let it set and accumulate, it's the power of compound interest. And so the more time they have, the better it looks. The younger they are, the better the IUL is going to look. But we need to have a minimum of about 15 years to let it set. So again, we're not talking to people who want to retire in 5 years about putting their money in the IUL. So that's the time part. Healthy. So when it comes to using life insurance to save for retirement, one of the things that we are trying to do is keep the cost of the life insurance to a minimum. The idea is not let's buy a bunch of life insurance. The idea is let's buy a little bit of life insurance to get the tax benefits of life insurance. And let's put as much extra money that we can as possible in order to maximize our retirement savings. So in order to keep the cost of life insurance down, those of you, even if you're just starting in the life insurance field, there's two things that increase the cost of life insurance: age and health. We've just talked about age, that, the younger the better when it comes to IULs. The older they get, the more it's going to cost them to buy the insurance. And then they've got to put extra money in over and above the cost of the insurance to be saving for retirement. So the other thing is health. The more health conditions the client has, the harder it is and the more it costs to purchase life insurance. And that there's no, it's no different with an IUL. So we're looking for people that are relatively healthy. Now, I know you guys have people tell you every day how healthy they are, and then you start asking them some health questions, and they tell you about that heart attack they had last week. And you're like, yeah, 10 minutes ago you told me, yeah, I'm healthy, nothing going on. But they went in and had like angioplasty done a few weeks ago, and now they're good. They're healthy now. It's like Roto-Rooter. They go in there and they clean everything out. Oh, I'm good now. Yeah, we're not talking about that kind of healthy. Heart attack or angioplasty a few weeks ago, that's a no-go on an IUL. But you're constantly having people tell you how healthy they are. And so what I'm talking about when I say relatively healthy, no major health issues. Minor things, thyroid issues, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, those kind of things, no big deal. But once we start getting into some more significant health issues, then that, again, it's not that we can't help them. It's just that we want to make sure that we are talking to the right people and putting them in the right product. So again, the younger the better, the healthier the better. But if they have any major health issues, this may not be the avenue for them. An annuity might be a better option for them for saving for retirement. So relatively healthy individuals. And then the third thing is money. This is like anything that you would use to save for retirement. This is not some magic product that you can just put a little bit of money in and you're going to have a whole bunch of money in retirement. Nope, it takes money to save for retirement. This is no exception. It's going to take putting money away into the policy month after month, year after year for a period of time. Now, they don't have to do it forever typically, but we are looking for people that have money to put away on, most of the time it's a monthly basis, but they have money to put away for retirement. Now, the good news is most of these clients are already spending the money. They're putting it in their 401k. So the good news is most of the time we don't have to go in and find an extra, $200, $300, $400, $800, $1,000 a month to put in their IUL for retirement. They're already spending the money. They're just spending it in a different place. So we show them another option that most of the time they've never heard of. Like I said, they don't know they can use life insurance to save for retirement. They have no clue. They've never heard about it. The large majority of the population has no idea this exists. So that's our job, to go out and educate them. So we're looking for people that have money to put away for retirement. We can show them another option, and then they come to the conclusion of, well, if this is how my 401k works, and I've got losses in the market, sometimes I'm getting good gains, but sometimes I'm not. All this money is going to be taxed when I retire. I've got to wait at least to age 59 and a half to even touch the money. And over on this side, we have the tax-free retirement, that no taxes in retirement when I take the money out, no risk of loss in the market. I can still get some good gains, and I can access the money anytime I want. Well, maybe this is a better place to put my money. They come to that conclusion. We're not telling them, because we're not licensed to tell them, hey, you should stop putting money in your 401k, or you should only put the match in your 401k, and you should put the rest of this money over into a tax-free retirement account. We're not telling them that, because that can get you in big trouble, because we can't advise people on what they should do with their 401k, because that's an investment product and we're not licensed to do that. But we show them options. We compare what a tax-free retirement plan does compared to their 401k. And trust me, they come up all on their own of, well, you know, I'm putting this much money in my 401k, but this seems like a better deal. Why don't I change my contribution in my 401k and put the rest of this money over here? And we're like, hey, that's an option. You can certainly do that. So we show them another way, a better way, a more efficient way to save the money that they're already saving for retirement. We just show them a better way to do it. And so again, it's not that we're having to go in there and find extra money in the budget. They're already spending it. We've just got to figure out, where are they spending it, and could this be a better option for them? And for most people that are putting money in a 401k, this is a much better option for them if they can check off our 3 boxes. And I will mention, back to the 3 boxes, they do need to have all 3. 2 out of 3 won't work. 1 out of 3 won't work. 2.5 out of 3 won't work. They need to have all 3. They need to have the time. They need to be healthy. They need to have the money to put into it. So, so that's who we're looking for. So when you're sitting down with that client that meets that profile of an IUL prospect, then as you're asking them how they're saving for retirement, bells should be ringing in your head. You know, make a little note on your green sheet. I need to remember to ask them what they're doing to save tax-free in retirement, and book another appointment with them. So we know who we're looking for now. You know, we're not looking for that 68-year-old who is overweight, has COPD, and wants to put away $100 a month to retire. And he's 68 and he has like no retirement. And trust me, they're out there. I've talked to them. That's not the person that we're looking for the IUL. So now you know who we're looking for. So we're talking to the right people. We're not getting somebody excited about something that they're ultimately going to find out isn't going to work for them. But we're picking our clients of, okay, this is a person who could be a great prospect for an IUL. So now what do? We found the person. So we ask them the question, what are you doing to save tax-free for retirement? Or have you ever thought of, did you know that there are ways that you can put money away and actually be able to access it in retirement and not pay taxes on it? Because again, most people don't know that exists. So we tell them we have what's called a tax-free retirement. Don't know if it'll work for them or not. But what we'd like to do, so this is how you book that second appointment. What we'd like to do is set up another appointment. Let's just go through everything and see if this is an option for you. And what I'd like to do is bring in one of our specialists in this area, and the 3 of us have a conversation. So you're booking an appointment, and here's the great news. You're going to be, even if you're brand new, maybe you just got contracted, or maybe you're not even contracted. Maybe you just got hooked up with us here at the Alliance this morning, and you found out about this call, and you're like, I don't know anything about life insurance. I don't know what to tell these people. Well, here's the great news is you, even if you are brand new, first day on the job, you can go ahead and help these clients with their retirement. So you're going to be able to help clients out with even more products and more ways you're going to help them have an excellent way to save money for retirement. You're going to learn in the process how to do this, and you're going to get paid all the commissions to do it. So to me, that's like a win-win-win proposition. You get to help your clients, you get to learn in the process, and you get paid to do it. So if you're interested in those three things, then listen up. Here's how we're going to help you to make those sales with helping people with their retirement. The system that we have here at the Alliance, what Andy Albright has put together, there is nothing out there like it, guys. I mean, I've been in this business a long time, a very long time. And I mean, I've seen it all. I've been in the business long enough to see the different organizations and what they offer and all of that stuff. I can tell you with absolute certainty, there's nothing out there like this. Where else do you have a system that you don't have to know anything about retirement products, but yet you can book an appointment with a client, get an expert who's been doing this for 24, 25 years to help you with the client, do all the heavy lifting, you get to learn in the process, and you get paid 100% of the commission. It doesn't exist, guys. This is where you get that. The Alliance is where you get that, because all you have to do is ask that simple question: what are you doing to save tax-free for retirement? And book the appointment. Say, hey, why don't we, I don't have time to go over it now, but why don't we set up another appointment next week, same time, same place? Does that work for you? Book another appointment. We're going to bring one of our specialists in this area to be able to help us out, make sure you get all your questions answered, and you don't have to know a thing. The specialist is going to take care of all that for you. Now, with the IULs, I am the specialist. So if you're thinking, well, I don't know who the specialist is, guess what? It's me. And the only thing that makes me a specialist or an expert, if you will, in this area is I've been doing it for a long time, 24 years now. If I don't know what I'm doing by now, something is wrong. So it takes 10,000 hours to become an expert in something. I have way over 10,000 hours in at this point. So I am the person that you'll book the appointment with. And what we'll do is we'll do a three-way appointment. I typically do them through Zoom. So I can see the client, they can see me, they can see I'm a real person. I do lots of visuals when I'm going through explaining how the tax-free retirement works, because people tend to learn better when they can hear things and visualize it. So I bring up charts and graphs and things on the screen that the client can see. And so I do a three-way Zoom with you, your client, and myself. I will go through, I will explain exactly how the tax-free retirement works. I'll explain how we use life insurance to do this. I will answer all of their questions. I'll run the illustrations. I'll explain the illustrations. Again, I do all the heavy lifting for you. All you have to do is sit there, listen and learn, take notes, and fill out the application, and then you'll make 100% of the commissions. So again, I think that is a crazy awesome system that you can go in not knowing anything about these products, bring in an expert who's been doing it for 24 years, help you make that sale. You get to learn from the experts and you get to make all the commissions. I don't take a penny, not 1 cent. This is part of the system that you are a part of. This is what you get when you come to one of the many things you get when you come to the Alliance, a second to none system that have experts in these different areas that can help you with your clients. I did a call, I think it was week before last, with an agent, had a client. They're looking at now just think about this. They are looking at a $200,000 a year premium, not face amount, premium, $200,000 a year to go into the policy for 10 years. How would you like to sell a $200,000 annual premium? Not bad, not a bad payday there. What the agent did, I thought this was great. When we got on the Zoom, he said, one thing that we do is we have a team approach to helping our clients. And we have different specialists that come in and help me. in different areas. And Gina is the one that is the specialist in the tax-free retirement area. So that's why we brought her in to kind of go over everything with you. And so it's a partnership. You know, that's what you can tell your clients is we use a team approach to helping our clients, and we have specialists in different areas. If I'm not a big sports person, like I don't watch sports. I run, that's my sport. And that's kind of like an individual. I don't run races either. It's just me out there running. And so I'm not competing, and I'm competing against myself, trying to beat my times with each mile that I run and things like that. But when you have these athletes that I know Brandon is probably on the call and he knows about this, but when you have these athletes that have injuries, they don't have one person that's treating that injury. They have a whole team of people. And if it's a knee injury, they've got people that specialize in that. If it's a back injury, they have people that specialize in that. If it's a head injury, if they have trauma or anything like that, they've got people that specialize with that. They don't have one general practitioner that's going to be working on this, athlete making millions of dollars a year. They've got a team of people that go in and help that athlete to get better when there's an injury. We had that team of people here. It's not just you out there on your own. Get those experts in. Brandon's an awesome one. But bring those experts in to help you out until you become one of those experts yourself. And then you're going to be the one out there helping your agents. But in the meantime, use the team, guys. We have an amazing team here. We also have Chris Norris, who has, I think, 25 years experience in the business helping people with annuities and investments and things like that. So we've got Chris and Bam to help you on the annuity side. You have me to help you on the IUL side. So take advantage of that. Now, how do you book the appointment with me? It's very simple. There's a web, it's not even really a web address. So the way you get to my calendar, I'm going to type it in the chat. So it's Gina Hawks, my name, which you can see on the little Zoom screen there, how to spell it, but it's GinaHawks, Hawks like the bird, .simplybook.me. That's my calendar link. So you go there, or there's even a link on the ARC. If you go to ARC, I think it's under connections. It's either under connections or resources. You'll see Gina Hawks. Just click on there. It takes you to my Simply Book Me site. So GinaHawks.simplybookme, GinaHawks.simplybook.me will get you to my calendar. Go on there, find a time that works for you, the client, and myself, and book it in my calendar. And that's all you have to do. And then most of the time, I'm going to call you as the agent ahead of time just to kind of get a little bit of background of what you've talked to the client about so far. How far has your conversation gone? If you're like, hey, I'm brand new, I just told them we have this tax-free retirement, and that's all I told them, I'm going to be like, perfect, I know where to start. Sometimes I have people that go into the conversation a little bit and they just need me to explain certain things in detail. That's fine. Well, however I can help you, I'm here to help you. If it means I need to go through everything A to Z, absolutely, I will do it. Glad to. So just go to my calendar, book a time on my calendar. So just ask your client some simple questions, book that second appointment, go on my calendar, book it on my calendar. You can book in 30-minute increments. If you think it might take longer than 30 minutes, book 2 back-to-back appointments. I'll have people do that. That's perfectly fine. That way we have plenty of time to go through everything and illustrations and all of that. But just follow the simple process. Again, I wanted to give you that cheat sheet, the simple way to get through this. So find the right prospect that meets our 3 criteria. Ask them a simple question. What are they doing for a tax-free retirement? Book the appointment with me, and then we'll take it from there. I love the fact that we can help new agents expand their business and expand their knowledge by helping them to go ahead and help their clients now. And you will learn so much when you put the process in practice with a client. I do a lot of trainings on IULs and how to explain them and all kinds of things. And you can listen to those trainings, but when you're there in person and you're seeing how it plays out, and you're seeing how I explain things, and you're seeing how I answer questions, because these appointments are pretty much the same every single time. All the clients ask the same questions. I explain basically the same thing. Some are more in depth than others, but it's pretty much the same thing over and over again. And in those initial appointments, most of the time the agent just sits there and doesn't say a word. They introduce me. Here's my partner, part of our team. They introduce me, they sit there, they take notes, they don't say a thing the rest of the appointment, which is perfectly fine. You're there to learn. And I love the fact that you can follow this simple process and find ways to grow your business, help more clients, get better at some of these more complex products quicker, because you're not afraid of talking to clients about it, because you know you don't need to know it all. You're going to have people come in and help you to fill in those parts that you don't know. And so it enables you to go out today and be able to help your clients. And so I hope this kind of gave you a real simple outline of this is a way that you can go out and start helping your clients with their retirement savings. So if anybody has any questions, I haven't had any pop up in the chat box, but we've got a couple of minutes. So if anybody has any questions, I'll be glad to answer any questions that you have.
Based off your upbringing, not to follow.
Hello, do I have a question? I don't know if somebody unmuted, but one other thing I did forget to mention while we're waiting on questions. Don't tell your clients when you're booking that second appointment, don't tell them it's life insurance. Don't say, we've got this great IUL for you, because they're going to Google IUL and find out it's life insurance. Just say tax-free retirement. Now, we're not doing this to be misleading. Trust me, at the end of our appointment, they are going to know they're buying life insurance. But that's not how we lead, because again, people don't want to buy life insurance to save for retirement. So just that one tip.
I think Rogers has a question, Gina, if Rogers
Okay.
Fire it off.
Hey, thank you, Stephen. I just want to know any other courses on NAA University you may recommend. I had an agent struggling with that aspect of the pre-licensing, and I did mention that it is broken down simply on NAA University. Any other recommendations for those who are in pre-licensing and those who want to get started with an IUL or annuity that's already licensed?
Yeah, I tell people to go to the course on the university, Introduction to IUL. I think it's like course number 283 or something like that. But it's called Intro to IUL, because this is very much a conceptual sale. You don't need to know all the details of this is what F&G's product does and this is what NLG's product. It's the concept of how exactly do we use this to help people save for retirement. And that's what that course goes through. It's not specific to a product. It's not specific to a company. It just talks about how IULs work in general. So I tell people that's a great place to start, because that gives them, again, an overview.
Cool. Thanks, Gina.
Absolutely.
All right. I think we got some good stuff there, Gina. Thank you so much for sharing. And I'm telling you, the just making it so simple, you know, that it's nothing to be scared of. It's nothing to be scared of. I love how simple you make it. I appreciate all you do running those appointments with agents, and guys, she means it. I mean, she is here to help. So book the appointment, get on Gina's calendar. She will help you. You got tons of resources here. We'll help you as well, but you've got an expert willing to give their time to you. So book the appointments, because I'm telling you, every person in Middle America needs an IUL. Because if they don't, they're not going to retire, or they're going to retire on not enough. And we can get to it ahead of time. And like Gina said, there's some that already are outside the window where we can't help with it. But by God, we got to get all the ones that are in that window. Everybody in middle America needs an IUL. Let me tell you about the most powerful sales tool you can have with IULs. Yours. Most powerful tool you can have to sell IULs is yours. I mean, so start with yours. Once you got yours in place, I show mine all the time to people. I actually show my multiple ones. People like, got one from FG, got one from NLG, got another one from FG. This was a powerful, powerful tool. Gina, thank you so much for being on. We appreciate you giving your time. And guys, she means it. Take advantage of it. She wants to help. So book, don't be intimidated. Gina's one of the nicest. I mean, me and Holly have been knowing her and Phil for 20 years now. She's one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. So don't be intimidated about booking an appointment or feeling like, well, I don't know if I've got it. Hey, schedule the appointment. She wants to help. Awesome. Thank you. And then guys, we got Dow Jam starting up again at 2:30. We're going to have Evan Patzer rocking the live mic. We're going to have a few more jumping in. So we got a lot more exciting stuff to get done today. Remember, Thanksgiving's coming next week. Hammer down, man. It is mandatory overtime till Thursday. All right, let's get out. Let's get after it. Love y'all. Thank you, Gina.
Thank you.